Oldenaki here with another Halo Infinite campaign mission walkthrough, and this is mission 4, Recovery, or the Tower, done on Mythic LASO difficulty, Legendary All Skulls on, no death saves, quits, or resumes, using replay. And to start off, I wanted to fire over there to let you know there was a Spartan core that we could not get in the replay of Outpost Harmonious. And we're going to head and skip all the cutscenes. But I do hope you have watched Outpost Harmonious to see how you can use replay in a couple of different ways to actually get the Headmaster achievement. It is not quite simple, but Outpost Harmonious describes, my walkthrough of Outpost Harmonious describes how to do it. But anyway, here we are at the start. We need to clear FOB, or Fob Golf. There's another fob we could clear. I don't know the name of it off the top of my head, but this one's the easiest. If you don't launch anybody, occasionally if you launch one of the banished with shields on, they don't count as a kill and you get caught in a soft lock. And the way I got around that in the past was to simply turn around and go over the top behind me, and then turn around and come back, and hopefully I was given credit for clearing the fob. But in this run I was able to clear it, I believe. Well, we'll see. Notice that I'm using my thruster pack, which is fully upgraded. This is something you normally wouldn't get in the original mission. But it's fully upgraded so that I could get 4 seconds of camo every time I use it. And it's one of the benefits of doing replay is you get much upgraded capabilities before you would have gotten them in the original missions. Anyway, we've cleared the fob, and now we'll get it under our banner, if you will. And once we get that, then we can go ahead and grab a vehicle and head off towards the tower.
Was that you?
Affirmative.
Which is where there is a UNSC distress call being broadcast.
Piece by piece.
That's his call. I'm just trying to be helpful. Speaking of which, each fob seems to be linked to the battle.
Now we get a little bit of an explanation here from the weapon on what's going on.
Here's the outpost we stumbled upon earlier. We're bound to find more of them if we keep capturing these fobs. And here is what I can only describe as someone with the banished.
If you were running this on easy for the skull hunt, 5 of the skulls are in the main missions and 7 are in the open world. So at this point you could theoretically start looking for the open world skulls. But that's not the purpose of this walkthrough, so we'll just focus on what we have to do, the task at hand, if you will.
They need your help, Chief.
Alright, so she's done talking. Now, I do have some Marines here, but I'm just going to use the Mongoose for this particular mission instead of a Warthog. And packed with Marines, whatever. So it's that simple for me to get from point A to point B doing that. So we're just going to follow this path here. Now there is a patrol up ahead that we can bypass, which we're going to do right about now. We'll just take a right turn here and run up and over the hill until we bypass the patrol ahead of us. If I had a problem with shields, I might engage them to see if I could get my shields back, but that's not an issue here. And it looks like I got a little bit more involved roadblock up ahead. Sometimes there's only a patrol with a brute and a couple of grunt mules. Sometimes there's a couple of elites and a bunch of other banished. That was a Spartan Corps, by the way. This one is sort of in between. I believe it's a brute captain, maybe. I'm kind of looking right there. Or maybe 2 of them. Nope, just 2 shielded brutes with rocket launchers. That's why I backed off after taking the first one out. Now we just got to take out the rest of the little guys to clear the way. I think I got them all. Nope, there's a shielded jackal back there. I think it's a jackal. Nope, it's a grunt and boom. I did that just to make sure I had full shields. I think I did anyway, but just to make sure. Anytime you got an opportunity to easily take out a grunt or a jackal to get your shields back, take it. Because of the black eye skull, that's the only way you can get your shields back is to melee somebody. Okay, we're not going in the front door. We're going to make a little side trip here. By the way, the approach that I'm using here is good for any level of difficulty on this particular mission. It makes it much easier to accomplish, especially with no deaths, because I run this Mythic LASO, which is legendary all skulls on, no deaths, no saves, quits, and resumes, everything done start to finish in a single segment. Alright, there's a brute over there on the far side, and a brute up there on this platform with a couple of grunts, and that was a jackal sniper. Make sure he's taken out, and then down below there's a couple more brutes and a couple of grunts. Because blind is on, you don't get the X that tells you that you've made a kill. You've got to listen for the sound effects. If it's a grunt or a jackal or a skimmer or a skirmisher, it's a click. If it's a brute or an elite, it is kind of a thud. So once you get used to it, it's pretty easy to pick up. Okay, let's go up here, and now we're going to clear the top areas up on the side as best we can. And there's usually a bunch of grunts and jackals and occasionally a brute or two. I think I just launched a brute. And that's fine. In certain areas where you have to register all kills, like FOBs, if you launch somebody who's shielded in it and they don't register as a kill, then you get caught in soft lock. And sometimes you can kind of move away from the area and then move back and get credit, and sometimes you can't. Which is very frustrating, because the whole point is to clear the area. Whether or not it's registered as a kill should be not an issue. Just that you register that everybody's gone is something in the game that has been an issue with me since day one. But here I am, I'm clearing that whole internal area of what I can see. It is a long distance, and even though I was actually using I'm running this on my PC, on my desktop, and I've got it hooked up to a 65-inch OLED TV, but even so, it's a little hard to see all the way across there. So I am listening to sound effects like clicks and thuds and such. But if we don't clear the area and we come up a little bit later, they'll be firing at us, so then we can take them out. Oh, there's a click. I think it took out a grunt. This might be a little bit of overkill, but I'm making sure that I can get as many as I can. Oh, there's another grunt. Another grunt. Or a jackal. Okay, I think I've done quite enough up here. And now I'm going to go inside for a brief moment, because there's two grunts in there. that I want to take out so they don't surprise me when I actually get inside the courtyard. I'll make sure that I got the 2 brutes and the 2 grunts on the outside here. Now notice what I'm doing here is I'm jumping up on I'm flipping over the hog and jumping up on it to see how my shields are doing. If I don't see any honeycomb effect, orange honeycomb, then I got full shields. Oh! Look out. Sometimes he appears there, sometimes he doesn't. Anyway, that tells me how my shields are doing. There's not too many other places where you can do that. You can do that in the first basic training area of House of Reckoning. There's a hog there. Okay, so we take care of the 2 grunts, and I make sure that my shields are back. And I'm just going to come up here and fire into the upper area again, just to make sure that I got as many as I could. Don't have to do this. This is just actually it's a little bit of a break. If I did a good job up on the hill, then this is really not necessary, but I always do this just in case, because occasionally I'll miss somebody. And doing it here with the tank gun, and oh, by the way, I've got a blood sword and tank gun, for those that weren't aware. I got that on my easy run to set up the replay. Alright, just checking to make sure these guys are all gone. Alright, don't need any fire coming from surprising places. Now, next up will be 3 jackal snipers. Whoa! I must have missed. Yeah, I must have missed that initial brute that I was firing at. Glad he didn't hit me. Okay, I heard the click. That takes care of Jackal Sniper 1. That's Jackal Sniper 2. And I'm kind of looking across the way because occasionally there's a brute. And on LASO difficulty with Thunderstorm, that was a brute down there by the way, with LASO difficulty and Thunderstorm on, the brutes have rocket launchers. Most of them do. The ones that don't have that heavy automatic, which are deadly accurate. Okay, on the platform, there's 2 brutes at the back. Just took out the shielded jackal at the front. I just got a brute. I don't know if I got them both, but I got at least one of them. The grunts, there's a couple of grunts. Sometimes they're on the platform, sometimes they're under the platform. I'm looking around to see if there's anybody I missed from up on the hill. I'm not getting fired at, so that's a good thing. And now I want to take out Jackal Sniper 3. Yep, just took him out. And again, how I know that I took him out is because I hear the click. Alright, what do we got going on here? Looking around to see if there's anybody left. Now there'll be a couple of shielded jackals down there. And normally I just take out one and let the other one stay alive just in case I need more shields. Notice I'm going back to my thruster pack. I'm looking around to see if I've got any grunts, and oh, look at that. Okay, so I got my shields back.
So, the demon is here.
Alright, Spartan Corps. Some Marines, and they are helpful here. Alright, back to my grappler.
There is nothing you can do.
Alright, I really don't need to use that jackal for my shield, so I'll just take him out. Alright, so now we got to get into this little building here to undo the lock.
Yes,
and get the
unfortunately, it's misplaced. When the lockdown
the elevator, if you will, to open the gravity lift. And oh, by the way, there was a grunt over there. I think there was another one. Okay, so what we'll see jumping down, that's why I waited. I'll see jumping down generally is a jackal and a grunt and maybe one of the brutes. There's 2 or 3 of the brutes up there. Alright, there's my marine buddies. If there were any more
Let's find a way in.
brutes and grunts and such over there on that platform, they would be firing at them. That's why they're useful. Alright, so now we got to clear this area. Now see this fire up there, and that'll get them to move. Here's number 2. And is there another one up here?
Master Chief.
I thought I heard some vanished banter. That's why I'm coming back out, just to make sure. I don't need a grunt firing at me, throwing grenades at me. Alright, there's nothing going on. Oh, wait a second. Hiding in the back there. I want to make sure the area is clear before I undo the lock. Alright, I didn't hear any brute talk, so I figured, okay, we're clear. Alright, my shields are down just a tad. I don't know if you saw that little orange honeycomb. Alright, I skipped a cutscene there. But 3 berserkers are going to drop in, and I'm firing my dynamo grenades to freeze them so I can take a shot at them with my tank gun. Now, I would think that people know by now, but with a tank gun you cannot melee, you cannot sprint, and if you mistakenly grapple and pick up another weapon, you've lost the tank gun and you can't get it back. You'd have to go back to replay Outpost Harmonious to get it, or if you're lucky, go to the last checkpoint and you still have it. Alright, so there's 3 brutes up there. 2 brutes and a brute captain, and they're toast, I think. Just making sure by throwing that grenade. The dynamo grenades, they don't instill quite as much initial damage as the other 2, the frag and the plasma, but they are very, very useful. Okay, now we've cleared that area, and I've turned the crank to get the grab lift to go, and I'm going to sit over here and hide, waiting for it to be completely open. Alright, notice again I'm using my thruster pack so they can't see me. And I'm going to sit back here for a couple of seconds just in case, because occasionally one of the brutes will throw a fusion core up or other stuff, and occasionally one of them will take the grab lift up, so just sit back there momentarily. Okay, I believe this is the threat sensor, which I already have, by the way, which I picked up. That's the one thing about this game versus all the other Halos, is that whenever you run, you get the capabilities and weapons you had from the last checkpoint. So if you got finished the fight and all the capabilities, that's what you're going to get when you do replay. Actually, it's pretty silly, but might as well take advantage of it. Okay, door opens, brute and 2 grunts. And, oh, I think I want to see if I can get my shield right. There we go. Alright, threat sensor up. And now we got to work our way up to the top to take on Chet Locke, the elite. Alright, now here we got to kind of move up a little bit.
What you would expect.
to get the brute and grunt to move out into visible area. Which I just took them out. Alright, I think I got them. Okay, gotta be careful. Just take your time here. Alright, we come around this, we kind of go around in a spiral. Next up will be a brute berserker and a couple of grunts. And I think I got at least a grunt and a berserker. And I think, yeah, there was a grunt hiding in there. Alright, now the biggest problem with this, just going up this hallway, is you got all these containers, and occasionally you take a shot at somebody and you hit a container instead. So you got to be a little careful with that. Like right here. Yeah, they got a container right in front of where I want to fire. But this is another brute, and there'll be two grunts up here. And there's grunt number one. Oops. And, oh, look out. I missed him, and immediately throws a grenade. So, okay, so now they're both together. Alright, I believe I got them. Okay, the next area we got to deal with banished on the left and the right. On the left, they're all grunts. Actually, there's one brute and a bunch of grunts. And on the right, there's going to be 3 brutes and an elite. And I think I missed. That's why I turned around and hauled out. Yeah. That's Chat Block, by the way. He was talking. Okay, now I can see them. But you have to be careful because that brute has got a rocket launcher, and even if he misses you directly, splash damage can take you out. Okay, he's still there. Some days you get him on the first try, and some days it's a pain in the butt. He's still there. Alright, now he's doing a little bit. Okay, out from cover. Alright, so there are about 6 grunts up there, and what will happen is you take 3 of them out, and 3 of them will stay put. Alright, I think that takes care of the grunts that we're going to advance. Yep. Now it's time to deal with the brutes. Alright, I'm running here real quick and take out brute. Oh, shoot. Make sure you got the tank gun up. The brute number 2 just fired at us. I just threw a grenade. Spike grenade. Okay, let's try to see if we can get brute number 2. Find out where he's at. Okay, he's behind a container, but he got frozen by the dynamo grenade or the shock grenade, and he's toast. Brute number 3 is around the corner here, and again, we got to worry about containers. All right, let's throw up dynamo grenade to freeze him. Gives us time to get around the corner and take him out. Now we got to deal with the elite. Make sure all the explosions stop. We don't want to lose our shields because of fusion cores going up. Alright, you can see the elite. Alright, so I'm going to throw my little grenade here. Switch over to the tank gun and run around real quick and fire. And get the heck out of Dodge. And got lucky there. I got him on the second shot. See the 3 grunts. I always try to save one. Well, by the way, there's a Spartan core up here. Where is it? 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 Come on, where is it? Here, it's in here. No, it's further up. Anyway, it's in this area. Yeah, right over there. Okay. let's go get that last grunt and see if I can get my shield. Make sure my shields are at full strength before I go work on Chak Lock. Alright, there he is. He's kind of looking the other way because that's where I fired last. And it's going to sneak around and boom. Alright, I got full shields. Okay, now there is a problem in this mission. Sometimes when you go to open the door to get into the Chak Lock area with the Spartan, the door will not open, and that really ticks me off. So I found that coming in from a slight angle to the door, you can see what's highlighted right there, coming in from a slight angle,
We need to get him out of there.
will open the door. Alright, so we're going to come in. This is going to be very fast. We're going to come in, throw up a threat sensor, throw up a grenade to freeze them momentarily, and just start throwing threat sensors and firing with the tank gun. How can you get over there? Oh, got a hit on him that time. Oh, the ARG bit on me. Uh-oh, here he comes. The idea is to hit him and keep him at distance. Because he gets up close, he'll nail you with a sword. All she wrote. So, threat sensor and fire, threat sensor and fire. It takes a while to get his overshield and shield down. And there we go. That is that. Okay, that is the end of this mission. Okay, that's recovery on Mythic LASO difficulty using replay. I hope this helps you in your quest. This is Old Nicky signing off. Take care, everybody.